Jane, honey, would you be a dear and pick me up some things from the supermarket?
Huh? Mom? What do you mean? You want me to go to the supermarket for you?
Yes, please. It would be quite helpful if you did. I just need a few things.
But Mom, why are you asking me this? You know that I live more than an hour away from you.
It's not that far away, barely an hour. Besides, I'm your mom, so you should want to help me out, right? I'm not as young as you anymore, so I don't have the same kind of energy.
Look, Mom, I would help you out if I could, but I just can't spare the time to travel to a grocery store, spend time getting all the things you want, and then drive an hour to your house to drop them off, and then another hour back to college. I have a really important test tomorrow, so I'm getting as much studying in as I can before calling it a night. I need to be ready. So, I'm sorry, but if you want anything from the shop, you're just going to have to get it yourself.
Oh, I see how it is. Fine then. If you don't want to help your mom, I get it. No problem. I'll just head out to the shop by myself. Although, mind you, I can't drive there as my car hasn't got enough gas and all the gas stations will be closed soon. So I can't go and fill up again and I need the petrol I have to get to work tomorrow. So I guess I'll just have to take the bus, which, at this time of night, isn't the safest thing to do, but oh well. It's just what I'll have to do as you can't be bothered to come and help me. Not to mention that when I'm actually shopping and walking down the streets on my own, a single woman like me, all by herself, is a prime target for muggers. But I guess I'll just have to pray that nothing happens to me when I go out. After all, I need to go to the shop, so I'll just have to brave the night by myself. If I disappear or something happens to me, don't blame yourself. Your test is obviously important, much more important than your mother, so you won't need to feel bad if something happens to me.
Okay, I get it. I'll go to the stupid shop for you. What do you need?
Oh, thank you, sweetie. I knew that you'd help me out. Okay, I've made a list, so I'll just send a photo of it over to you. Did you get it?
What on earth is this, Mom? I thought you said that you just needed a few things. This is an entire 2-page shopping list. It's going to take me at least an hour to get everything on the list. There are even some things that the closest supermarket doesn't have. I'd have to go to a completely different one, which is even further away. There's simply no way that I can get all this for you. I'll get the essentials, but everything else you'll have to get yourself tomorrow.
What? But you're going to the shop anyway, so you might as well just get everything on the list. It will save me a trip tomorrow.
No, I don't have the time nor the patience to get it all. Whatever I deem as not essential, I'm not getting.
Fine, at least get me the bottle of wine I asked for, and my cigarettes.
Yeah, because they're essential.
Oi, don't get snarky with me. I'm your mother.
Okay, fine. Jeez. Alright, you know my bank details, so you can just send me the money over and I'll get what I can with however much you send. Please send me a little bit extra for the gas costs, as it's going to cost a little bit to do all this driving to and from yours.
What? Pay? I thought that you could just get this stuff for me. I mean, as your mom, I've got you lots of stuff throughout your life. Don't you think that it's about time that you start repaying me for all of that?
What? You're not serious, are you?
Of course I am.
Mom, as a parent, it was your responsibility to look after me, which included buying me the necessary things to keep me alive and healthy. I'd happily buy you some things, but the shopping is going to cost at least $70, and that's not even counting the gas. That's just something I can't afford right now, especially being a college student. I'm already in a load of debt as it is, and I'm barely able to afford my own food and essentials. There's no way I can pay for yours as well.
You're so ungrateful. I mean, I've spent the last 20 years of my life taking care of you and spending all of my money on you, and you can't even get me a little bit of shopping? What's the point of even having you if you won't look after me in my older age?
Wow. Thanks a lot, Mom. That's a really nice thing to say.
Well, it's the truth. $70 isn't even that much.
Then why can't you pay for it?
Because I don't want to. I was going to use that money to get my nails done. So stop being so difficult and just go and buy my shopping. Got it? You can have a biscuit or something when you get here as payment.
A biscuit? Seriously? I've got biscuits right here at my apartment. I don't need to make a 2-hour round trip just for that.
Jane, just do what I say.
You know what? Forget it. I'm not going to get your shopping for you with how you're treating me now. It's late. I've got a very important test tomorrow which will basically decide whether I graduate or not. And I'm not about to spend my time running around after someone who doesn't even care. If you want your shopping, go and get it yourself. Good night.
Jane, don't you dare. Get back here, young lady. You need to do what I say because I'm your mom. You hear me? Jane!
Hey, Sarah, are you there? Jane? Hey, is everything okay? Kind of late.
Yeah, everything's fine. It's just, Mom has really annoyed me.
Oh, I see. What's happened?
Well, I was studying for my test tomorrow when she suddenly messaged me asking me to pick some shopping up for her.
She wanted you to go shopping at this time of night? But aren't you like an hour away at college?
Yeah, I said no at first, but then she started trying to guilt trip me into it. Basically saying that if she got hurt or whatever because she went and did it, then it would be all my fault. How unfair and manipulative is that?
Please tell me you've not actually gone and done it for her. It would be really stupid of you if you did.
I was going to, because she made me feel so awful about not doing it, but then she just got really nasty. She expected me to pay for all of her shopping, and then when I said no, she started saying what was the point in having me if I wouldn't look after her. After that, I told her to get her own shopping and just ignored her. She's still blowing up my phone, but I'm not answering it.
Oh, hang on. She's just messaged me now. She's trying to make it sound like you were horrible to her and that she's the victim in all of this.
That's not true at all.
Don't worry, I don't believe her. I had to deal with her for 8 years before you came along. I know what she's like. Why do you think I basically have nothing to do with her now?
I just wish that there was a way to give her a taste of her own medicine or something. Or at least get her to stop harassing us so much. Do you know that I actually still help her out with rent, even though I've got my own bills to deal with? I just felt bad when I was moving out because she doesn't have anyone else to help financially since Dad left.
Hang on. You still help her with her rent? How much do you pay?
I pay roughly half. She pays the other half.
Is that right? Because, funnily enough, I also pay half of her rent to help out.
Are you actually kidding me?
Nope. This entire time, she has been playing the both of us, making it seem like she has no money and needs help. When in reality, we've been paying for her house and she's been using her money to do whatever she wants with it.
Well then, I think we both know what we need to do.
You've got that right.
Hey Jane, I could really do with that rent money right now. The landlord will be taking it the next couple of days, so yeah, I could really do with that. I don't know why you're so late, to be honest. That's not very responsible. Oh, hi, Mom. Yes, my test went well. Thanks for asking. Yeah, whatever. No one cares about a stupid test. I need the rent money, otherwise I won't be able to afford to live in my house. I'll be kicked out and left on the streets. You don't want that to happen to me, do you? Actually, what's happened to you and your house is no longer my problem. Huh? What do you mean? I mean, I'm not paying for your rent for you anymore. What? You can't do that. Actually, I think you'll find that I can, considering you're the only one on the lease. It's your responsibility to make the payments on the house. But why? Why are you suddenly not going to help me out with rent? Don't you love me anymore? There, that is exactly why I'm not going to help you. Huh? All you do is manipulate me to try and get your way. I know that you don't actually pay for your house at all. I don't know what you're on about. Oh, please. I talked to Sarah the other day and we both found out that you've been using us to pay your rent. I pay half thinking that you're paying half, when in fact Sarah is paying the other half. You get a house for free and can spend your money however you want, whilst me and Sarah are forced to scrimp and save to try and even get the essentials in day-to-day life. Well, we're not going to let this go on any longer. Hang on. I admit that maybe I've not been entirely truthful with you and your sister, but that doesn't mean that you have to stop helping me altogether. We're family. Surely we can sort something out. How about we each pay a third of the rent? That would be fair, wouldn't it? No, Mom. You've lied and cheated me and Sarah enough. We're done with doing what you say. You're just a horrible manipulator, and we really don't need someone like that in our life anymore. What do you mean? Not only are me and Sarah not giving you another dollar, we're also cutting you out of our lives for good. Hang on. No, we're done. Never message me again. If I decide to give you a second chance, then I will message you. But for now, I don't want you trying to talk to me. Well, what am I supposed to do then? Who will get me the things like my shopping when I ask, or help me with the rent? That's a problem you're going to have to figure out on your own. Goodbye. Jane, you get back here right now. I can't pay this rent myself. I demand you help me. Jane. True to my word, I cut my mom off as soon as I finished our conversation. I blocked her on all of my devices, and since then, my life has gotten so much better.
I'm no longer stressed out with her demanding ridiculous things at the drop of a hat. I also have a lot more money, as I'm no longer paying for her house. I have since graduated from college and have started a new job at a local veterinarian practice. Things are definitely going well for me. As for my mom, well, I don't know much to be honest. When I said that I didn't want to deal with her, I meant it. Sarah tells me that she sees her around every now and then, but she avoids her as best as possible. As far as I know, she had to stop renting the house which she was in, as she simply couldn't afford it. She's now moved into a smaller flat which is more in her budget. Children should be had because you truly love them and want to share your love with them. They are not a way to ensure your care when you're older, or to be your bank account.